What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back here with another Giants video about the line. Now, yesterday, of course, we did Andrew Thomas versus Mekhi Becton. Andrew Thomas was the clear-cut winner in that one. Seemed like most of you guys wanted Andrew Thomas over Mekhi Becton. So today, we're going to go over Jedrick Wills and Tristan Wirfs, and then the one that gets the most votes will put them against Andrew Thomas to see exactly which linemen that you New York Giants fans, at least the ones that watch my channel, want to draft in this upcoming draft here in about 3 weeks. So it'll be a lot of fun to see who we want as far as offensive tackles go. I'm going to start in this video with my personal favorite, and that is Jedrick Wills. Jedrick Wills out of Alabama, obviously playing against some of the best pass rushers in the country. The SEC is no joke. We all know it's the best conference in the country, has been for some time, so it's not like this guy's playing against cupcakes over there. The same thing could be said for Andrew Thomas at Georgia. So they've played against some of the tougher competition in the country. And Wills is definitely going up my board watching a little bit of film on him. Not that I'm a professional or know a ton about blocking, because when the hell have I ever blocked in my life? Again, in his combine was really good, and I just watching him there at Alabama, he's pretty solid. Now, he is a right tackle, but he definitely can play both tackles, which is one of his strengths, and we're going to get into that in a second. So Jedrick Wills is a little undersized at 6'4", 312 pounds. Run the 40 in pretty much 5 seconds. Did not do the bench press, and his 20-yard shuttle was 4.84 seconds. So some of his strengths, he's big, wide, and extremely athletic, which again points to the fact that he can play both tackles, as could both Becton and Thomas in the earlier video. And again, this is something where maybe the Giants draft Jedrick Wills and they play him at right tackle his rookie season. Then when they decide to move on from Nate Solder, they can move him over to the left tackle. Maybe he comes in and plays left tackle. Maybe they move Solder over to right tackle and put Gates at center. I really don't know what the Giants are going to do, but Jedrick Wills can play either tackle, which is certainly a big strength. He has loose hips and twitchy feet, which is really good because that means he's not getting beat at the point of attack. He's very flexible, and he can move around to block defenders coming in at the quarterback or in the running back, so that's always a good thing as well. And again, that speaks to good flexibility at the point of attack, which is what he has. You want a flexible guy, not stiff-based, not a guy that's going to get beat around the corner, and that's what Jedrick Wills brings. He unlocks hips quickly and rips into initial contact with solid force, and again, this is right off the ball. He's right into his block, and I always use Ereck Flowers as an example. I mean, how many times, Giants fans, did we see Ereck Flowers get beat right off the freaking ball? You know, he was beat before the ball even got back to the quarterback half the time. Kind of happens to Solder a lot, too. It seems like these guys are beat at the point of attack. At the snap of the ball, they're already beat. Well, Jedrick Wills, one of his strengths is that he's into the initial contact immediately. Bulldozer-type blocks. He's very strong, even though he's a little bit undersized at 6'4", 312 pounds. But his bulldoze, he's pushing defenders down the field, which is always good. He's not getting pushed back into the running back, getting pushed back into the quarterback. Again, when you get into the NFL, these guys are a little bit bigger, a little bit faster than what he's faced at the SEC. But in college, he's very good at pushing the defenders down the field. He protects with locked-in base width, which is another good thing. He's not getting beat. He's solid with his base. So, he's standing up defenders, and they're not able to really beat him around the corner, which is a good thing. He can jab with either hand and reset really quickly, and that's another good thing. The ability to reset after you've jabbed with your hand is also very important because you're not getting off balance. You can knock another defender around, so he's really good at that as well. He has power, balance, and his feet are outstanding in recovery. So he's very good at recovery, which is another good thing. If he is beat initially off the snap, he can recover at an instant and make sure that the defender's not getting to the quarterback or the running back. And one of my favorite things about Jedrick Wills, he's a lot like Will Hernandez in that he plays with a nasty disposition. You want your lineman to be mad and furious and upset and play with a bunch of fire and a bunch of just nastiness and grittiness. Jedrick Wills brings that. You want gritty, nasty football. You don't want a nice football player, man. You want a guy that's going to tear into a defender and a guy that wants to dominate. You got that with Jedrick Wills. Some of his weaknesses, and there's not many. And when I went over some of his weaknesses, his weaknesses are not really like weak. Some of his weaknesses, he's shorter than an average tackle. That's one of his weaknesses. Now, I don't understand. I guess it just allows a defender to jump up and knock a pass away, but I don't know why Jedrick Wills at 3'4", why that would be considered a weakness, that he's shorter, than an average tackle. But that is one of his weaknesses. He can improve in zone blocking. He's not the best zone blocker out there, so that is something that he could work on. But again, you get the right coaching staff in there. You get your Joe Judges, you get your Mark Columbos, you get your Jason Garrett's. You coach these guys up, and he can definitely improve in zone blocking, which means that that will become one of his strengths. And again, this guy is so good that one of his weaknesses, is that he has average instincts in recognizing the blitz. Okay, average, not below average, not poor. He's average at recognizing, the recognition in his instincts against the blitz. That's a pretty solid lineman. That's one of his weaknesses, that he's average against the blitz. He does have a tendency to overextend in pass protection, again, which isn't the best thing, obviously. And he is occasionally beaten, not every time, but he is occasionally beaten by quick spin moves to the inside. And if he's getting beat to the inside, that does hurt your quarterback, because that's where you want the pressure. When guys come around the edges, the guys can obviously push them around the quarterback. Quarterback can step up in the pocket. If he has a clean pocket, it doesn't matter where the edge rushers are coming from. But if you get beat inside, that makes it really difficult for the quarterback to either get away from the rush or to step into the throw, which can cause some turnovers. So those are the strengths and weaknesses of Jedrick Wills. Again, he's my personal favorite as far as our lineman goes. If we're going to draft a lineman, Wills is the guy that I want. But again, just let me know who you want, because obviously not everybody agrees with me all the time, which is obvious. You shouldn't agree with me all the time, because I'm wrong half the damn time. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm human. Tristan Wirfs. One thing about Tristan Wirfs that I noticed, this guy is the most athletic, without a doubt, of all these linemen that I talked about. 6'5", 320, ran a 4.85 40. Can you imagine a guy 6'5", 320 running a 4.8 40? That is insane. He benched 24 times. He had 24 reps of 225. His shuttle was 4.68, which is incredibly impressive. And he had 11-foot broad jump. This guy's athleticism is next level for any lineman. I don't remember a lineman ever being this athletic. I really don't. So Wirfs has incredible athleticism, incredible build, everything else. And these are some of his strengths, and that's part of it. He has elite body composition with lean mass. This guy is ridiculous. This guy is a physical specimen, Tristan Wirfs, without a doubt. He's quick out of his stance, which, again, is really good. You want your guys out of the stance into the block immediately. You don't want them getting beat off the snap. He runs zone blocks upfield, which is really good. You want you guys upfield with their blocks so that, it allows the defenders to get away from the quarterback and allows the running back to have some holes to run through. He has pass sets with smooth, quick steps, which is obviously another very good thing. You want your pass set. You don't want the guys being able to get to the quarterback, so that's really good. He's very fast with his feet. He's an above-average technician. He has quick, ready hands, which, again, is really good, because you want to be able to jab the defenders off, knock them off balance, get them out of that, get them out of the rush. So, again, with the quick, ready hands, he's able to knock defenders away really quickly. And, again, that speaks to he's able to punch and reset his hands very quickly. Kind of like Jedrick Wills. He's able to jab, get off. So that's always a good thing as well. And he has the upper body to press opponents off his frame, because the guy is incredibly strong and incredibly athletic. So, like I said, Tristan Wirfs is probably the most athletic guy, or athletic lineman, rather, out of all these four guys, and I don't think it's close. I mean, Tristan Wirfs, physical specimen, and just an incredible athlete. So, again, this is a guy, though, out of all of them, I don't believe that he can play either. Maybe he can develop into playing either tackle, but this isn't a guy coming out of the draft where, you're going to play either tackle. So I really don't know what the Giants would do with him as far as that goes, but I believe his athleticism would allow him to play right tackle if he had to do that. Some of his weaknesses, he does lean to the outside foot on the punch, opening up his feet, or opening up his post, I should say. So, again, when you're opening up, that does allow guys to go by you sometimes. So he does have a tendency to lean on the outside foot. So that's something that he would have to work on. He needs level pads. So sometimes he blocks without level pads, without level helmet, which you got to be level on the blocks, obviously. He has an inconsistent change of direction, which again speaks to the recovery of the block. So obviously he want to improve on being able to change direction really quickly. He has issues with oversets. And sometimes he plays on his tiptoes, which leads to having him tight ankles. And again, this speaks to that. He doesn't have great instincts as far as recovery goes, and this is something that he would have to work on. And again, a guy like Tristan Wirfs, you get the right guy in there, you get the Columbos, you get the Joe Judges, you get guys that can coach these guys up and work on their weaknesses. That would help. But as Joe Judge said, don't tell me what these guys can't do, tell me what they can do. So they would obviously build on their strengths. But I also think that they could coach up their weaknesses, and that, Tristan Wirfs could definitely become a great lineman in this league. There's no doubt about that. But is that the guy that we want here with the New York Giants? So that is Jedrick Wills and Tristan Wirfs. And again, I've let it be known a lot that Jedrick Wills is my favorite guy. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. And like I said, the winner of this, we'll take them. We'll put them against Andrew Thomas and see which one that you guys would like to vote for. I do plan, hopefully, I have the top 5 quarterbacks in this year's draft class, at least my top 5 quarterbacks as far as talent goes. And if anything happens Giants news related, I'll throw a video up on there today as well. So as always, guys, if you got this far, thank you so much for watching. Please spike that like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time for another Giants video. Until then, guys, it's the Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I am gone. Deuces!